Good evening and welcome once again to another edition of the Truth Hour. My name is Johnny Guzman. It's a pleasure to be here as always on this Monday, the 25th of June, 2012. Well, tonight's topic, are we really free? That is the big question. Most of us think we are. Well, we're going to talk to Santos Bonacci from Australia to get his take on this, I would say, interesting topic, because most of us do a lot of things, from healing work, from having knowledge of many things, but we really don't have a true understanding on what it is to be free. And what is this corporate you? We're going to ask Santos Bonacci all these interesting topics and get his take on it. But before we start, I'd like to remind you to send us your invitations to Facebook. You can find us there as QLP Multimedia. And for all of our previous programs that we recorded here in Quantum Leap Television, you can find it in our YouTube channel, QL Television. Very well. Let's bring in Santos Bonacci. Santos, good evening and welcome once again to another edition of the Truth Hour.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Santos, so are we really free? I mean, we have a lot of people have a lot of knowledge, a lot of knowing about a lot of things, right? But I think one of the things that we are lacking in understanding is this corporate you, this whole notion of these laws of maritime admiralty law and common law. There are only two laws that exist in this world, correct? Is the law of the oceans and the law of the land. So most of our audience have a notion of this. Although in the Spanish, our Spanish audience have no idea about this. Whether this means to have your name in capital letters and the birth certificate. We've talked about this, but I think very briefly. But I think even in our English audience as well, most people don't take this, I would say, seriously. You know, they do a lot of work in other things, in personal healing and understanding, the emotions and eating well. But they don't have a clear understanding on this corporate fictitious identity that the legal judiciary system has created upon us. So when did this whole concept begin, Santos? Or how do we begin to explain to our audience this whole idea that we are following the law of the seas? Santos.
Well, we probably need to just focus on the last 200 years, really. We can go back further, and I've done this in my videos, to show how Rome, which is the seventh incarnation of Egypt, Babylon, etc., empire, Rome has developed a system in its empire mentality. You see, not the Republic of Rome. We're talking about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire offered citizenship to people, you see, and that citizenship, that's the citizenship that is the foundation of this system that today is in use everywhere where there is common law or civil law. But in the last couple of 100 years, since the Rothschilds have taken over, since 1823, the Rothschilds began managing the Vatican's money. You see, they were the banksters, or the banking families that looked after the Vatican's money, you see. Now, we can even go back further to Napoleon's days, when Nathan Rothschild cleverly purchased all the English stocks, and overnight, suddenly, he controlled all of England, you see. Now, this particular family has been very, very active in the New World Order, you see. And there's been many dates whereby they have changed the course of history, especially in America. For instance, 1871, when the American